Idasuba Olosholang. History is who we are and why we are the way we are. Well, inter-village wars climaxed by delivering the head of your enemy to your village. This particular practice was done and practiced by the Nagas tribe from India. They actually believed that the matter in which life depended on actually was stored in the human head. Before we get into that story, first and foremost, nataka kuwashukuru sana kwa wale ambao mumesubscribe katika Nkaulele TV. Asanteni sana. We are Nkaulele because you are part of us. Wale ambao bado, what are you really waiting for? These stories, you should be down there, you know, commenting, like, sharing with your friends because they are really entertaining. And each time we do an upload, you shall be notified only if you do not forget to hit the notification bell. Well, I'm sure you want to know more about the Nagas tribe from India. So let me take you through this story. Let's go. Hi, wadau. So, apparently, the Konyak tribe is one among the many in the Nagas community. The Nagas is just like Nijina walipatia, a certain place. Like it has a lot of other tribes inside it. This particular tribe known as the Konyak. Najua kuna ule ameshasikia Konyagi, but I meant the Konyak and not Konyak, the one you drink. No, it has a K. So the Konyak people, wao ndio walikuwa among the Nagas, wale walikuwa wanaogopewa sana. When I started my story, I spoke about something very captivating. Najua ulisikia tu head hunting. So walikuwa wanaogopewa sana kwa sababu they practiced head hunting. So each time kulikuwa na issue, wao ilikuwa mambo na kupeleka heads kwa village yao. The Nagas tribe comprised of 16 administrative tribes, and these 16 had another 17 plus other sub-tribes. Okay. The Konyak people walikuwa wanajulikana sana kwa sababu of how they dressed. These people, they loved beadwork. And not just normal beadwork, their beadwork was outstanding. Walikuwa na zile beads, colorful kabisa, from women, children, men, all of them. Alafu the other thing, even kwa artwork yao, you know, the carvings and all, they were really beautiful compared to the other tribes. I'll give you a reason why in the middle of the story. So make sure umekaa hapo. Na kama bado hujasubscribe, tafadhali make sure umesubscribe hapo chini. So, territorial fights were very normal. Kama kidogo niwapeleke katika historia yetu ya Kenya, most of the tribes, ours for instance the Maasai, walikuwa wanapigana na other tribes wakiingia kwa territory zao. The Luya of course also did the same thing. The Kikuyus and other tribes here in Kenya did the same thing. Ukiingia kwa territory ya mtu, there were those wars that would break hapo, alafu munaingia kama mumewin, muna take over the land and whatever you find. So the same happened and happens also in other, you know, countries. This particular tribe known as the Konyaks, walikuwa wanajulikana sana kuenda territory za watu na wana conquer. But now, these people were not just conquering and letting go. Walikuwa wanaogopewa, like I said, because of kukata vichwa za watu na kudeliver. It is a practice and they did it that way because that is what made them, you know, who they are. Sasa, it is not just about delivering the head. Let me tell you a bit of a small story. Walikuwa ukikata kichwa, you deliver it now to, you know, unapeleka kwa kijiji. There's of course the celebration as usual because every time there was a head delivery ceremony, it means that they've conquered, you know, from the other enemies, you know, mali wametoka kupigana. If, for instance, you brought the head home to the village, they actually believed that kila kichwa ilikuwa inaleta good luck. Like I have started my story, I said the sole matter in which life depended on, they believed was coming from what? The human head. So kila ukileta wanaamini kwamba mazao yao chungu mzima, no more drought. Watoto wanafurika kijiji kizima. Every head that was brought in good luck to the person who actually brought it and also to the whole village. This got to a point where if you are a warrior and you have never, you know, had a head onto your name or like it was like a library kind of thing, then the whole village will be laughing at you. Women would not even be choosing you because now you are like a weakling. You get it, yeah? The other thing about head hunting is hakuna ule alikuwa spared. You know, in most of these wars, especially village wars around here back at home in Kenya, ilikuwa, if for instance this village were fighting with the others, the men were mostly the ones who were taken to war. In the Nagas tribes, the women were not spared. They were not just looking to, fight male na male. Walikuwa wanaingia kijiji, wana clean, sweep everyone including the kids. And this is the reason why. Well, ujue niliwaambia, they are very well known for their ornaments. And the one secret that, about the Indians is about hair. Hair. Wamama nyajua nyi wote mnanielewa. Mambo na weave and everything. Nywele hizi zao vile zilikuwa long and all that. If a man delivered the head of a woman, this man got special clothes. He was like, alikuwa nasifiwa more than the others. The reason why this happened is because kwa kila kijiji, kila asubuhi, before the women would be sent to the land to till and kushughulikia watoto, kuwapikia and all that, the men would wake up very early in the morning, wanaenda wanacomb hiyo forest yote, wanahakikisha watoto wameachwa safe, hakuna vitu zinaonekana huko like danger, wanahakikisha ndio wameangalia kila kitu, ndio wao sasa wajiprepare kutoka kwenda war. Inamaanisha wameshaangalia, wamama wafunguliwe sasa kwa manyumba, watoke waende shughuli zao za siku. So ikiwa umekuja na wewe ni enemy na upate head ya mama ama ya mtoto, it means wewe umepenetrate kabisa to the highest level of security. So wewe ndio una respectiwa more kuliko ule amepata mwanaume, because men were also out there hunting. Unaget sasa? But sasa women wamefungiwa mahali, kani kicheka fulani wameenda kwa shamba, kuna watu bado wanawaangalia. Alafu wewe ukuje uingie hadi huko uchukue kichwa ya dem na sasa ya mtoi, wewe ndio umeweza. So every time a man would carry the head of a woman, he was specially treated totally different with the others. And the other thing, the teeth from kids were used for, those small beadworks. Looking at the photos that are passing over there, they were used for very nice, the necklaces, the ornaments za zinatoka kwa meno ya watoi zilikuwa perfect. So bado wewe inamaanisha wewe ndio uliweza. Anyways, kabla tutoke kwa mama na watoi, the other thing is, tuseme kama my husband is going for war, I'm a Nagas and I'm a Konyak. If my husband is going for war, as a woman, there are two things that I'm forbidden from doing. Number one, they are not allowed to weave, like basket weaving, hair weaving. Like you're not supposed to do anything that has knots. They believe that every weave that you do, itafanya your husband, mali yako war, atategwa. It's like umemwekea mtego. So atategwa, alafu enemy wake atamcapture. Number one. Number two, sasa kama mzee wako ako nje for war, as a woman you're supposed to remain chaste. Okay? Hakuna maneno, unakaa tu unangoja mpaka mzee arudi kutoka war. Whether it was so that he comes back for celebration and all that, I don't know. But those are the two rules that women were given. Okay. Sijui kama ni mimi peke yangu naona kwa sababu most of these stories kuna kuaga na rules kwa women. Rules that have to apply kwa women but not mostly on men. Like for instance, kwa Waluya, especially Wabukusu, while you're making the buza, a woman is still supposed to remain chaste. Okay? Ati apparently wana believe usipo hiyo buza haitaiva vile inafaa. Okay, I don't know if that's true. If you are a lawyer out there and you're watching this, kindly leave for us a comment down below. Tunataka kulearn. And again, the Maasai community, when your son is circumcised, is going through the whole initiation process, a woman and man should not be intimate. Apparently, your son will take longer to heal. I don't know how that works, but also if you're Maasai, tuacheka a comment hapo utuambie how exactly there is a connection, because I always don't see a connection, but tuambie hapo chini. Okay? Sasa wadau, kwa vile nimeshawaambia kwa hii Nagas, kuna 17 main tribes. Sasa kwa kuna vile unafaa kuweka hizo the trophies, like the skulls. When I talk about the trophies, I'm talking about the skulls. Kuna ile kila tribe iko na njia yake. For instance, the Lothers wana hang kichwa, the skull now, on a sacred tree kwa village yao. The Aos wao walikuwa pia wanaisimamisha kwa sacred tree. Alafu after some time they would bring it down, clean it. If you are a married man, unaipeleka kwa nyumba kama trophy. But if you are not, then it will be deposited in the morangs. The Semas now walikuwa wana hang the heads outside their village gates, and then they would eat and drink after the expedition. Alafu wanazipeleka ceremoniously. I'm believing over here labda kulikuwa na ngoma, kuzipeleka hadi wanazunguka nayo kwa mtaa huko wakiimbia, I think, kuzipeleka. Alafu wanafikisha mahali walikuwa wanazipeleka kwa village huko mahali kuna bamboo trees, alafu wanazihang. Every warrior who participated in this event would actually hang a gourd. This would symbolize the head, because not every warrior angekuja na kichwa, so they would still have those two gourds to symbolize that it happened, and they were heads. Kuna wale wanaitwa the Konyak. The Konyak now walikuwa na lay the head at the foot of the sacred monolith outside the Ang's house. Hiyo kichwa bado wanaitai kwa kibamboo stick, alafu it was just erected near the monolith, alafu ilikuwa inabaki hapo kwa muda fulani, you get. If the headhunter belonged to the Ang's clan, so wewe kama hunter, ikiwa uko related kwa hiyo clan ya huyo Ang, utachukua hiyo kichwa ukae nayo kwako until huyu Ang die, So once they are dead, the skull is taken and deposited in the morangs until clan nyingine sasa ya Ang ikuje. And once it starts, munaanza tena sasa hiyo cycle afresh. Well, hii kazi haikuwa rahisi, so kila warrior ambaye alikuwa anakuja home na skull alikuwa anapatiwa tattoo. But these tattoos were special. They were only done by the chieftain's wife and were mostly done on the face ama kwa chest peke yake, na ni yeye peke yake ndiye alikuwa anaweza kupata na hiyo tattoo. I think it was something really, really special. Wadau, kila kitu huwa na mwisho. In the 1960s, the Indian government decided to put a ban on this weird or strange, practice. Although it is actually said that between the 1963 and 1969, kuna zile, zilikuwa zinafanyika bado chini ya maji, lakini gava ilikuwa isha ban. Till now, these particular warriors bado wanajulikana. You can actually still see them because they are in their late 80s and 90s hapo. But because of the tattoos, remember, you can still know them. Na bado ziko tu kwa uso, you can still, tell that huyu alikuwa among those, amazing warriors. Kwa sababu ya face tattoos na hapa hivi kwa chest. As you can see all the images on the screen, unaona vile wako na large ear piercings. Unacheki hizo kofia zilikuwa specifically from those wild pigs. Alafu the feathers pia zilikuwa zinatoka kwa hornbills. Wadau, kama sisi wa Masai hatuachagi zile zetu ziletogwa njora, these guys also do not put down the the knives that they used those days for hunting. Bado wako nazo till now. Hai, tumalizie bwana. Hii jua imekuwa too much. The Konyak festivals were actually now a throwback for them. Saizi bado wana celebrate, and you remember the heads, or rather the skulls by now, were actually still buried somewhere. So during their festivals, they would bring them up and celebrate. It's just a reminder of what they went through and what was being done. Tumemaliza. Well, I'm sure you did not know much about the Nagas community, but their history, man, it's true. We are who we are because of, our history. Ikiwa bado huja subscribe Nkaulele TV, kindly go and subscribe to our channel. If you have been here, kindly also leave a message down below. Just hapo kwa comment section. Tell us if this was a good story. Tell us what else you would also want to hear from us. Wale wame like na mumeshare na your friends, thank you so much. And also if you're new, do not forget to also share and like. Haya, wakati wangu wa kwenda imefika. So till we meet again. One writer by the name Robert once said, a generation which ignores its history has no past.